Hey, we're live, and technology mocks me yet again. I'm taking it personally. Welcome to Oestara, and we're going to tighten that in right there. Oh, that's nice and tight. That works. Sorry, I got distracted. Welcome to Oestara. We are celebrating the coming of spring, and we are celebrating the abundance that we are working so hard to plant and bring into our lives in the next... thanks for letting me know we're online. For our abundance in our lives and the work effort we're going to put in to bring that in and start sowing those seeds for the coming year to bring to fruition as soon as we can manage. So what we're going to do is we are going to start by blessing each other. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start it. And okay, there we are. I was just getting an idea of where the camera was hitting, and that's nice and tight. I said that again. So I'm going to start over here. Now you do now. Cute lizard. So what we're doing is we're blessing each other with incense to clarify and to cleanse and to help bless and purify. There's the word. It's a word I'm not familiar with. Thank you. I was just making sure I had a better shot of the altar. There we go. That's better. As we've set space, depending on the moment, a lot of people will ground and center before ritual. I kind of like to bring us in as we are, because we rarely ever actually have a chance to ground and center before we deal with life. And so we should learn how to deal with it as we are, not fully prepared, because we're never fully prepared. So, and with that, I ask that we stand, and we're going to face the east. Lords and ladies of the East, bringers of fresh air, new thoughts, and that which drives our voice, we ask you to join us tonight. We ask you to witness our right. We ask for you to dance and bask in our light. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
To the south. Lords and ladies of the south, passion and fire, magic our desire. Please join us tonight and dance and join in our delight. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
To the west. Lords and ladies of the west, deep running emotion, help us to understand that which lies beneath our services and beyond our own understanding. Help us to see and understand the paths that lead behind the mysteries and are beyond that which we can see. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
To the north. Lords and ladies of the north, strength, wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and patience. We ask for you to join us. We ask for you to help us to understand when it is not time to run. We ask for you to understand when we still want to have fun. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
To the center. Lords and ladies of the center, keepers of the balance, peace, harmony, and justice. We ask you to join us tonight to help us temper ourselves with understanding, compassion, and empathy for not only others, but most especially for ourselves. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Lady Hecate, we ask you to join us in guiding in our choices. Your understanding and wisdom strengthens our voices. Help us as we walk through the crossroads and we understand where the road leads. My brain didn't pop the rhyme. Please join us, guide us, help us to understand and see clearly when we are presented at the crossroads. For each day, each moment of life is a choice. And it is through your wisdom that we will do the best we can. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Lord Pan, join us tonight as we dance in your delight. Please join our revelry as we seek to learn, explore, and embrace the life that we have chosen, the paths that we shall dance along, and finding the places where we feel we belong. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
God. Have a seat. Thank you. Oh. I need to plan that out a little bit better. We just got these candles last month. For some reason, I was driven to buy boxes of 72. I have 72 ritual sets now. I don't know. They were like $14 for each set of 72 on Amazon. So,
I like fire.
Right? We all like fire. We made it to spring. Oh. This is the anniversary of us doing rituals down here with other folks coming and visiting. And It's wonderful. Oestara has been the opening ritual for Tribus Solvo for a very long time. Doing the idea behind Tribus Solvo means Tribe of the Free, and the idea behind it is that all of us are free folks joining together to worship the gods. We all bring different ways we do it, and each of those ways is valid. Each of those ways are still learning. None of us are complete in our path. We are all constantly learning from each other and learning about ourselves. So, with that, Tribus Solvo is focused on public ritual and or spreading as much information and demystifying paganism as much possible, because the easiest way to show people that there's nothing harmful or inherently anything with our rituals is to watch them. And so for years we did rituals in the park, and now we stream them, and we've opened up our house to doing this every month, and we're probably going to be adding more stuff, because this is what we're supposed to be doing. What we do here is we have a space that's devoted to the gods and to the animals, and doing our best to live in harmony with that and to encourage life to prosper as it wants to. And this house had 5 acres of really pretty lawn that really doesn't need mowed. An acre. That's enough for us to do whatever we want to on kind of short grass, so our pants don't get soaked. But otherwise, the rest of it needs to be for the critters, because we can't use that. There's no reason to hold dominion over that space and manicure it and do anything other than allow nature and the critters to do what they need to live and survive. So, but this is a year here doing this, which is really wonderful. And thank you very much for coming, because everybody's starting to thaw out. We were talking about this, that Jessie was talking about how she enjoyed the small focused rituals of the winter, but she knew that as it got warmer, more people would be coming out.
And I was looking forward to it.
Right. So there was this nice little intimacy because we were all really close, and it was chilly, and so it was kind of a smaller thing. But now that everything's opened up, people are more able to come out and enjoy and celebrate with us, and it's really wonderful.
I was gonna say, like, I was talking to Amber before 9. She finally woke up, and it's like I told her, I think my favorite part is that when I first came, it was just Link, Struve, Sam, you guys, and Elizabeth. Yeah. And that's it. And then me, and it's like I came here when it was that very small group of people, and I'm watching it grow. I'm watching it, the everything just take fruit. I can't think of the word. Fruition. Like I'm watching it grow, and I think like that's my favorite part is watching more and more people come together and gather, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And it was probably good for me too, because I'm not really good with crowds, so I got to know like a few people at a time. So now when new people come, I'm not as like standoffish, like okay, no. It's like I can be comfortable because I know people here, and I don't feel like I'm by myself, which makes a huge difference.
And that
I love.
Absolutely, and that helps because as we grow, so this is how this will work throughout the year. Different people will come to the rituals. Some people will come to more than one. About half of them will only come to one. Not because of anything wrong, it's just that's where their path brings them here once. And then we'll not see them again. There's other people that will be here every couple of months because that's as frequent as they can get here. And then slowly as we go, it'll continue to grow. So, and broadcast streaming them kind of helps, because then for those winter months when you couldn't get here, you had that, and then it's good. It's good outreach for everybody to know what you're getting into if you actually do come.
Yeah.
Because that can be very scary for your first time.
Not knowing what to expect.
Exactly. Because you can really get a gamut. A lot of it good, but some of it cringy. And you never know. And that's one of the things, is helping people know that it's not going to be cringy when you come. This is normal people doing normal stuff. From a better perspective. Mostly. Yeah, I know.
I don't know about those two.
It's cringy in a good way, in a happy, lots of fun way.
Theoretically, I'm very much not normal, but
So, Oestara and this full moon are both about plantings and about prepping and about deciding what it is you're going to be planting, because you don't have much time left before you need to start putting in those first rows. You need to start putting in those first seeds, the flowers that you want to have for the different herbal medicines and or cooking spices and stuff. All of those things need to start going in soon as the land starts to defrost and the water's there and everything starts to come to life. And that exact same thing that's going on around us is going on within us, because we are getting into a spot where we can be out more, where we can be more interactive, where we can be more full of life. Because you can do a lot more outside when it's warmer than you can when it's colder. And there's a lot more people to do it with you. And so we start getting those connections that we need back, because we are tribal animals. We are herd animals. Some of us go off on our own little thing, and it's normal, because it's a percentage thing. It's scientific, whatever. But it's very natural for us to crave connection with other people. And the being able to get out of the house is part of that. And that's part of what starts that way. But for spring, as we start, the number one intention, I'm going to be rude enough to speak for everyone, the number one intention that we all have this spring is to bring more abundance into our life. It doesn't matter in what form you're talking about, but we all want more abundance. I can use more money. I can use more friends. I can use more love. I can use more fun. I'm open to all of these things. I am of a mind and a belief. Belief is a strong word. We set our intention, and our intention is what draws things to us. Our intention can be mirrored through our vibration, and by setting ourselves as this already exists, we make the universe bring it into our lives. It's the law of attraction mixed with magic. And it's about saying, my life is abundant. Not, can I have abundance, please? Because you keep going, can I have abundance, please? You're just sending out this, I don't have it. I don't have it. Not, I have it, and it's me. And that's my life. That's what I've decided. My life is abundant. And even if it's not at this moment what you want it to be, if you look at it, you will see that what you have is there. We spend so much time focused on what we don't have. We are focused, culturally programmed by society and media and marketing that we are incomplete because we don't have everything. No, we don't need everything. We decide what we need. We decide what we want and what makes us happy and what is abundance to us. The other direction is scarcity. And scarcity is about, I don't have. I must possess someone else's. Abundance is about, I've got lots. Want to share? And it's the difference of mentality. Because if you have an abundance mentality, then you know that there's more food that will come. You just have to trust that it'll happen. The bills will get paid. Sometimes magically, literally. It's happened for me multiple times. Where I had no money. I had no way of knowing how the fuck it was going to happen. But I knew that I would be okay. Because I trusted Pan would make it okay. And it's the knowledge and the assurance that it's already that way that helps form that shape. Because if I'm looking for what I don't have and I'm bemoaning what I don't have, then I'm always going to keep looking for it. If I'm happy with what I have and I see my life as totally abundant and waiting for more abundance and more fun, not craving something to keep for myself, but something to share, then, and I really should have worn the bonobo shirt today. By looking at it that way, magically we attune ourselves to the vibrations to bring that to us. By setting our intention and doing the magic and doing the work and doing the words, that also. Because as much as you attune yourself that this is how things already are, then you have to actually be how that actually is. I have lots of money. Okay, I have lots of money. What do you do when you have lots of money? You share it. You don't beat yourself up with it. Because that's what a lot of us do with money. We abuse ourselves and it's scarce. We got to do this because we're not going to have it. You're going to have another paycheck in 2 weeks. Yes. I mean, I understand that when you don't have a job, there's a different mentality. But if you've got a job, you're stressing about money, it may not be enough, but you're going to have more. And you only focus on things you can control. If you can't control it, why are you wasting energy on it? That's energy you can spend on things you can control. What you can do something about to change a situation. But if you can't do anything about a leak in your water line, I know I'm going real life here. If you can't do anything about it, you don't worry about it until you can get something, until the guy can show up to actually do the work. You know it's a thing that's going on, but you can't do anything about it. So there's no benefit to you or anyone else to worry about shit that you can't control, because all you're doing is throwing your energy away. And all of this is related to abundance. It's all about the perception that we have of our own selves and our own situation and what we want. And a couple weeks ago, I got a phrase that nails me to a T. And I'm chewing all over it now. And that is, I am pleased, but I am not satisfied. My life is fucking amazing. I have... My life is amazing. We'll just say that. And I'm grateful. And I also just went poof in my head. And they laughed at me and said, shut up and move on. Okay. Okay. Thank you for totally wiping me out. So moving on. So what I'd like to do is I'd like for us to take a few moments and think about abundance. How abundant is your life? You're pleased, but we're not satisfied. There's more to be done. We're not anywhere near the end of this. So there's still work to do. What takes you on the road to abundance? Look at the abundance in your own life and recognize it. So close your eyes for a few moments and think about this with me.
It's fine, I'm no trouble.
All right. We love you. So I'd like to go around the room and we're going to do a minor humble brag. I want everyone to say something they feel is abundant in their life. Something that you are very happy that is abundant in your life. You know? I will go ahead and start because we're going to go clockwise. So that means Sam's first, but I'll go first so that he's not entirely on the spit for this. My life is rich, overflowingly so with love. And I am very loved. And it's awesome. And I'm very lucky. And I revel in that. And I don't I'm excited because I know the more love I give, the more love I get. And it's a wonderful thing. So, with that, and you can pass if you don't feel comfortable talking. So, except for Sam.
You're not allowed.
I actually have the same thing. I have an abundance of love, thanks to Drew and all of you, my friends, and I feel very lucky.
Awesome.
I have an abundance of opportunity. I'm already being looked at for a promotion at a job that I've only been at for a month.
Yes. Awesome.
Be a manager.
Ooh.
Already going to be doing trainer tests as soon as they can unlock them to
Cool.
progress me along. I'm also going to have the opportunity to get married here in May.
Yeah. May full moon.
Mm-hmm.
Afternoon before.
Yeah.
Mother of the bride. No bridezilla either.
Oh, I don't.
Oh, whatever. You know that's not happening.
I'll only bridezilla if there's too much pressure.
That's why.
I mean, I have an abundance of love and caring from friends and family, especially a lot of people I've met through Facebook. I mean, I have this circle of pagan friends among my friends on Facebook. You know, we've kind of just like identified ourselves, and so I know that if I post something pagan, that they're going to get it, they're going to support it.
Right.
And also, I have some really good Christian friends on there. Because when I post something, a problem I'm having, and ask for prayers and energies, they're always sending, you know. And so that's an abundance, and that's a resource I need to make use of. To give me the energy to get some stuff done that I need to get done.
I have a overflowing abundance of love for my family and for my family. And what's really even more so than that is from the Creator. Like I know that since I found my path and I followed when I finally started listening and looking for the signs that I was being shown, I felt that complete love. I've gotten through extremely dark times when I know there's no other way possible I could have gone through it without Creator's love. So I'm abundantly thankful for that.
Right.
First thing that came to me was the love I'm getting back from my kids, and I got one new grandkid. But that's what's bringing me the most joy right now, and what charges me up more than anything. I got 3 boys in their 20s, all doing good. They do anything for me. If I call them in the middle of the night, they'll come change a tire. You know.
Yeah.
They're just that way. So that's huge.
Yeah.
You know.
That's awesome.
I have an abundance of, friends, but what's especially enriching right now is the abundance of support from those friends,
Good.
because I'm currently not in the best position with my career, and I've gone through like 120 applications in 12 months. It's rough right now.
Yeah.
So naturally having the support of those friends and constantly reminding myself that it is a resource I can tap into.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I'm noticing more of an abundance and a growing abundance in my life of self-confidence, especially as a mother.
Yeah.
9 years later, I finally feel like I'm doing something right. That's been nice to feel.
Awesome.
I'd have to say love. I don't know a whole lot of people in Indiana per se. Sometimes I forget it, but I am constantly reminded in my life that I do have an abundance of love from people who support me, from family to friends that I've met over the years and all over the states. And I do have a support system. Even though I forget sometimes, I do have a support system, and they always end up reaching out to me when I need it the most.
Right
I would have to say that I definitely have an abundance of love, family side of the house. But I also have abundance of challenges, but positive challenges
Right,
within
right.
like my military career and everything like that. So, which are ever changing and always growing. So,
Right.
but they're fun challenges, and it's something that's making me look at a lot of things differently as well. And they're gonna just make me grow more.
I'm really selfish, but I feel like I have an abundance of love, have an abundance of family and friends. My home, I feel like, is an abundance. My work is an abundance. I really enjoy everything that I have in my life. So.
Awesome.
I'm going to deviate from the path, like I always do. And I'm going to look more inward and recognize that I have an abundance of talent, where it's my cooking skill, my ability to take a recipe and do whatever the hell I want with it, and it almost always works. As you point at the bread that I brought. My skill and talent with my jewelry making, with my creativity, and when I produce something, I have rarely run into a situation where I try something new within my craft and it's a failure. I can always find some kind of way to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that comes with many years of experience, but also an innate talent for what I'm creating. And I'm usually way too hard on myself through the entire process, and then look at it and go, oh cool, it worked. And then move on. Well, friends of mine look at me and go, dude, you're made of magic. What did you do? So I'm recognizing that within myself, I do have a talent for what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I have an abundance of support and resources. With all the shit going on at home, it's like
Yeah.
I have the support that I need to get through it and the resources to figure it all out.
Yeah. And it's difficult to talk about positive things sometimes, especially to other people, because, well, you're just humble bragging. Well, not really. I'm trying to talk to you about my life. I'm sorry that you don't feel that that's, but yeah, it's hard because people, it kind of, it runs along that whole line of why you don't talk about your salary. Well, it might hurt somebody else's feelings because of what you have and they don't. Well, that leads you to be ashamed of what you have. And that's not the point of life. The point of life is to be proud of who you are, what you have, and what you want out of it. Not for some reason shamed because you have desires, dreams, and success. And a lot of people try to do that. And that's not what it's about. That's not joyful. Our lives are meant to be as joyful as possible. There will be pain and other things within that. But ultimately, the goal is joy. Because we know how important it is because of all the other times that suck. So we hoard those. And the people that aren't in those moments tend to occasionally be a little jealous and snarly. But it's because what they're looking at is what they don't have instead of what other people do have and generally will be shared if there's too much of it. Only really greedy people hold on to billions of... But yeah, it's about sharing. It's about having... One of the happiest things I have is having people come to my house and enjoy what we have. I have a mission from Pam, And the agreement with Pan is that he needs to provide the material means by which I can do the work he wants done. And that's how we get this. Because this is what it takes for his message. And we're good with it. And it's about being grateful and appreciative of life itself. Because it's the appreciation of the abundance that helps draw it to you. So, and like I said, it's magic as well as law of attraction. So, so the energy working today we're going to do should not destroy the phone. We're not going to do a cone this time. We're going to do a chant. And it's a very simple chant. We're going to clap along with it. And it's, I am abundant. I am abundant. I am abundant. I am abundant. And we're going to do that. And we will start out slower and get faster. And when we get up to a certain space, we will go ahead and release the energy and remind the universe just how abundant we are and how ready we are for more of it. Because we've learned how to handle the abundance we've got. We're ready for more. So, anybody else have anything else they wanted to add before we do this or say? Okay. Have you guys ever been around in a ritual? Okay. So, that awesome. Okay, so magic is energy. Energy that is directed. What we're going to do is what's called a cone, and what we're doing is we're each going to produce energy, and that energy will all join together, and you will literally feel it swirling through all of us around the circle. It's more prevalent when you're holding hands, but I don't think we're ready for holding hands till COVID's been dead for about 3 months. Which is why we still have Dixie cups.
They're so cute.
Because while we can sit in the same room unmasked, we still need to follow some precautions still and be a little more careful. But it's that energy and our own physical kinetic energy from the clapping, as well as the vocal energy, because sound is an energy wave. And that will travel around the room, and as it joins together, the energy of the group of us combined is way more significant and powerful than the energy of any single member. Because even if you take all of us in separate little piles, there's still a level of connection that adds amplification to the energy. Because as we are each other, we are reflections of each other, and thus we amplify each other's energy. Which we really went down a rabbit hole right there, but and so that's what we're doing. So, is that a good cadence for the clapping? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I feel like it'd be better if it was 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, I like that. I'm still learning constantly. Mm-hmm. All right. I am abundance. 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 Feel the tingles in your fingers and in the air around you. Now reach down and allow the extra to flow down into the ground. Keep what you need. You'll be able to feel where it's in equilibrium. Because as you physically touch the ground, it will help pull the energy out and help the energy circuit even out. And then this is why we have all the delicious munchies in there to devour after ritual. That was nice. That was very nice. Okay. Give me a second. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to do that and that. Take one and pass. I did not count. We'll see how close that was.
It's gonna be perfect for the vodka later.
That's how we end up with solo cups. Shot glass at the bottom. Hey, I had extra because she didn't take one. Wait, don't go far.
I'll put Jeffrey one.
Okay. Put Jeffrey away. But that's pretty good. I pulled out the exact number. That may be magic. Who knows? All right. So we're going to do... Oh, yeah. We're going to do it this way. Oh wow, I've actually got way more left than I expected. We have an abundance.
Go figure.
And that's really right. Crazy how this shit works. We had plenty more. Alright, so this is where it gets giggly.
Yep.
So hold your cup. Take your finger. Alright? Repeat after me. As the cup is to the female, so the blade is to the male. And when they are joined, they become one in perfect love. In perfect love. In perfect trust. So mote it be. Suck your finger dry. Yeah. All right. Blessings and cheers. So mote it be. I love that apple crisp stuff.
Mm-hmm. That is good.
It really is.
Where do you get it again?
I don't know.
It just shows up.
Okay.
It's a secret.
You act like I go to a store. I haven't left the land in 3 weeks.
Fair.
I don't go anywhere. I don't. Yeah.
You work from home. You don't have to.
Exactly. Can you hand me please? Wait.
Oh, the phone's dying. Halfway.
That was a nasty noise. Oh yeah.
You're just hoping for leftovers for the ride
Okay. We're almost done. So.
I'll be your official taste tester.
Born of my
I'll
blood,
taste test anything.
baked of my love. The earth receives my bounty. Blessed be. And take a piece, tear it off, and pass it. Say, may you never hunger.
May you never hungry.
May you never thirst.
Hate me, you never thirst.
This is fucking amazing.
Thank you.
Nice nose. Nice nose.
Mine?
When you- yeah. That one. Yeah.
That's good.
You see this one every day. Why is it not even out?
That one doesn't make it around.
Oh, it's been so long.
For those who remember Rawson's Bakery.
Mm-hmm.
And this is also drizzled with with honey from local bees, specifically first.
So it's good for your allergy.
Very good. Yeah.
Oh darn, I'm having allergy problems, so maybe I should eat.
Right.
Yeah,
This is honey
that's
straw.
what this is.
They have honey straws. They're just straws filled with honey. That you
Oh,
just-
it's I'm
Oh,
going to work.
I
go
love
there for
those.
season and off.
I need honey straws in my life.
From various locations to make sure our allergies are all covered.
Well, they're excellent things for diabetics too, because the amount of honey in that is enough to when you get a low blood sugar to.
You might want to get
Mm.
there's enough.
It is delicious.
May you never hunger. May you never.
You need to open a bakery.
For real.
I'll be an
Oh
assistant.
look, it's all for me.
Nice try, dude.
I have another one at home, so yeah, enjoy.
We have an abundance of it.
May you never hunger.
Yeah.
We need part of it for the critters.
I got that.
Yep. Here we go.
And I love baking, by the way,
Thank you.
especially baking bread.
Mm.
I love making bread.
I would work in your bakery.
I would love to open a bakery.
I would
but
help with quick cakes and cookies.
the hours. I am far too broken to be able to stand that long.
I got you.
I had to leave a chocolate chop job because I couldn't stand long enough.
So we make arrangements to where we can sit and still eat.
Yeah, just have
Bar
chairs
stools in front of all the mixing stations.
or that. Dude.
We can
And
do
there is
that.
second one in my cake stuff.
For some reason, there are a lot of people who think that you have to suffer for them to actually want to be able to pay you.
But then you
There's no reason to stand and do shit.
Aldi's lets their cashiers sit,
Right?
and they're doing really good. So
Yeah, but Aldi's pays their cashiers a lot better than every other chain.
Yep.
That's also true.
Well, that's because they're a German company, not an American company.
Yep.
So,
Or
go
there's that-
figure.
Maybe something to this.
There's that one guy that raised all of his employees' salaries to $70K a year.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
But he's out in Seattle, isn't he?
Yeah.
They've got like
Dan,
I don't know 6 weeks of vacation a year,
Dan
and he
Poole.
says they have. His company's never been more prosperous.
His employees
He had to take
build value.
like a $600,000 pay cut his first year, so he had to drop out of the Forbes top 500 list
Yeah.
because my $2.6 million salary is just two.
Right?
But all of my employees make way more money and they're happier.
Yeah.
Making more money overall.
Exactly. Employer retention is like top of the fucking line and all
He's
of
got a waiting list a mile long.
Oh,
Yeah. Speaking of employees.
it. So, after that deliciousness, I think it's time for more deliciousness.
There is one more.
Oh, I know.
So that one doesn't have the
And church eggs.
Church eggs. I love church eggs.
Don't throw it up. The
Her chicken's laid eggs. She said about church eggs. My chickens aren't church chickens.
It's what
They're pagans.
people sometimes call them. Let's call them deviled.
No, we call them. We grew up calling church eggs because
The only time we ever saw them was at a church function. Yeah. So we thought, I legit thought they were church eggs. That's the only church egg I could eat.
I guess I was blessed growing up. My mom made double eggs all the time. Yeah.
They're Easter eggs version 2.
The body price is delicious.
Right? Salt and mustard
Right.
is fantastic.
Alrighty. Anything else we need to do before we say goodbye to all them friendly and happy spirits that came to visit? Because that's the best way to look at it.
Our seeds are all charged, right?
Yep. Because they were with us when we were doing it, and they were in front of people. And so we're good. Take those home and plant them, either wildly or intentionally. But know that it won't turn out exactly what you thought it was going to be. Because that's nature. All right, well, let's go ahead and stand up and say goodbye. And see if I can keep from burning myself this time. I'm getting better at it. My Lord Pan, we thank you for your presence. We thank you for your revelry. We thank you for the laughter, the passion, and the love. Go if you must, stay if you will. Let there be peace and love between us now and always. So mote it be.
So may it be.
It worked. Lady Hecate, we thank you for your wisdom. We ask that you continue to help us to understand our choices and understand where the paths and the roads may lead. For we may look down each at once, but not always all of them at the same time. Please help us to understand and widen our vision as we face the movements ahead of our days. Go if you must, stay if you will. Let there be peace and love between us now and always. So mote it be.
So may it be.
Lords and ladies of the center, keepers of the balance, harmony, justice, and peace. We ask you to continue walking with us day by day and help us to understand ourselves and help us to work to the best solution for all. Go if you must, stay if you will. Let there be peace and love between us now and always. So mote it be.
So may it be.
Lords and ladies of the North, patience, wisdom. Thank you very much for all of your guidance and your help in us understanding and seeing with clear eyes the abundance that is in our lives. We ask you to help us to understand ourselves and continue to have patience with ourselves as we move forward in our journey. Go if you must, stay if you will. Let there be peace and love between us now and always. So mote it be.
So may it be.
Lords and ladies of the West, water and emotions and seeing the unseen, we thank you for helping us to gain insight into ourselves. We thank you for helping us to understand ourselves as we grow day by day. Each tide carries different water. We seek but to learn of ourselves. Go if you must, stay if you will. Let there be peace and love between us now and always. So mote it be.
So may it be.
Lords and ladies of the South, fire, passion, and magic, we ask you to continue dallying and dancing within our lives on a daily basis. Help us to see the magic and help us to keep the passion as we move forward. Go if you must, stay if you will. Let there be peace and love between us now and always. So mote it be.
So may it be.
That was angry.
At Because you splatter at everyone else.
Right? Lords and ladies of the East, air, fresh thought, deep thought, and refreshing breaths. We thank you for joining our ritual. Please help us to understand ourselves, bring us new insight, and help us to follow our intuition as we seek to understand the world around us. Go if you must, stay if you will. Let there be peace and love between us now and always. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
The circle is open but unbroken. May the love of the Lord and the Lady be ever in your hearts. Merry meet and merry part and merry meet again. Divine do. It's a circle. Thank you. And turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Hokey pokey. All right. Where?